Hello, doctors. Tim Quert speaking to you from in the trenches. Busy day here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful start to June, which will be the end of the second quarter and the middle of the year. I got one quick tip that I want to give you. With this tip, we increased at the very least 10%. And I got this tip many years ago. It's very simple. I'm going to attach it to this email. But please just take a look at it. I do know some of you will implement it immediately. They'll print it out and give it to their PMO and their hygienist and say, hey, we're doing this. And we'll have some that will never do it, unfortunately, and then we'll have some in the middle. So I highly encourage you and urge you to print this out immediately, give it to your PMO and say, hey, I want to start this right now or the next business day that you have. What this tip is all about is it's something actually based on McDonald's. Many years ago when they started saying, do you want fries with that? The whole company went up about 15 to 20%. Now, kind of let's mirror that to dentistry. I'd love to do more of that needed, wanted, and desired dentistry. So I started thinking and talking to some mentors and saying, hey, you know what? We're missing some stuff once in a while. How the heck do I ensure that we're doing in treatment planning everything that I'm thinking? Because we know we have many more hygienists than doctors, obviously, in Heartland. So how can we leverage that partnership? And this is what we came up with. And this is, again, several years ago. And I use a sheet very similar, but it's a little bit more condensed and there's some more on it. So you can make changes to this. But my thought pattern on this is if you can implement this immediately, this will hold everybody accountable to some of the things that you should be looking for and talking about. We can all diagnose stuff, but if we're not really answering all the questions and getting them close to saying yes, by the time you get in there, chances end up being a lot smaller. So I'll go through this real quick. Patient's main concern, obviously, and this is something that will be communicated, in pretty much every appointment. But then, what did they rate their smile? Are we talking about that every single time? Have we looked back in the medical history and looked for that portion there? And if they haven't written anything, are we discussing it with the patient? Hey, just curious, on a scale 1 to 10, what would you rate your smile? Where do you want to get it to? That opens a nice door, I should say, to cosmetics. What about, does the patient need 3 or more crowns? And I think a lot of people know where we're going with that. That's the trifecta in the bundle. Are we doing that? Are we discussing it? Is the hygienist discussing it? This will hold both of you accountable. Does the patient want same-day treatment? Are we discussing and talking about that? Do you have room? And always you want to be smart with the same-day treatment. If you're completely booked, can I put it in tomorrow? Or can we move something around? What can we do to get that needed treatment done? Did you check for a malocclusion? Did you play the straight talk video? And what is the patient's interest level in Invisalign? And again, the hygienist fills this out. This sheet will have 2 of them. Cut it in half, give one of them to one of the hygienists, the other one to the other. And when they come get you for their check, they hand you the sheet. Or if you're busy, they put it behind you, whatever. But then you can glance at it before you even get in there. And if somebody is like a 1 interest level in Invisalign, well, maybe you're not going to hammer that. You're going to sit there and say, hey, you need Invisalign. But if you know, hey, that patient's like a 6 or a 7, you may want to go a little bit more into it and trying to figure out maybe how to fit it in their budget, etc. So please use this. Please try it. I've seen offices. We put this in several offices already, and they've increased. It works. So I guess right now it's from the moment of an idea to the time that you actually implement it, that time period in between is really the measure of success. Are you going to take this and run with it? Again, my suggestion is print it out, send it to your PMO, and in fact, your PMO is going to get a copy of this as well. Are you going to implement it, and are you going to start talking about these things? You can also edit it for certain things that you like doing that maybe you feel like you're missing, or you need your hygienist to maybe preheat for. Give it a shot. I'm certain you'll have success with it, and when you do, please email us. Send it to the All Doctor or the All Admin, and I can't wait to hear the success stories, just like the trifecta. Have a great June, everybody.